Welcome to the Dysfunction Junkies podcast. We may not have seen it all, but we've seen enough. And now, here are your hosts, Chrissy and Carrie.
Hey, Junkies, I'm Carrie coming at you from St. George, Utah.
Steve coming from Worcester, Ohio.
Oh, my word. Last week, we started going down the rabbit hole of me being overpeopling. And I had so much on my notes that we didn't even hardly get past the first one, which was the guy on the bus with his feet. So we're going to pick up where we left off.
I wonder how his feet are.
I don't know, but they're out there for all the world to see, because if you look at our Facebook page and you want to see our cover photo for last week's episode, you better believe I use a picture of those feet.
He doesn't want to claim them and come after us for showing his feet.
Hey, when you are in public, there is no expectation of privacy. So your feet are free game. If you're going to dangle those little footsies on the bus and rub those little toenails on everybody, free game to be posted on the internet. That's all I have to say.
I'm glad it was just his feet.
So, anyways, pick up where I left off. So sit back and enjoy the ride is all I have to say.
All right, I'm buckled in. Let's go.
So one of the other things that and I can't remember if I started touching on it, but what is up with people when they're walking in public that they just stop in the middle of where they're at? There's nobody else around. Okay, sorry. And I apologize ahead for the camera zooming in and out. I'm going to be quite animated and my camera's tracking me and I haven't figured out how to turn it off. So I hope I don't give anybody a seizure or nausea because of the camera. But in any case, I can't tell you how many times on this trail. Now, there is a lot of people. I talked about this. There were a lot of people. It's a busy day at Zion, second most traveled national park in the United States. So the trail is roughly 4 people wide. Common sense. 2 lanes going this way, 2 lanes going the other way. But no, people got to walk in their big wide group and take up the whole path. And when they see people coming, they don't get to stay in their lane. No, instead, they're like, you have to scoot to the edge. I finally got so pissed off that whenever people started doing that, I just stopped. I made them walk around me.
What do you think makes them stop? They want to see something, or they forgot something, or what are they rebooting themselves? What's happening?
Well, okay, so I was just talking about the people that were walking, but yeah, the stopping. Oh, I don't know. They'll just have a conversation, be like, okay, wait. And so they'll be walking and talking, and then they'll get to where I guess they can't multitask and can't walk and talk at the same time. So they have to stop and have their conversation. They'll be like, oh, which stop are we going to get off? Or which trailhead are we going to go to now? Or, oh, look at the babbling river that we've only been walking by for the last half mile. They suddenly just noticed it. So they just stop. And you're like, oh, okay, excuse me, let me go around, where there's no room. But this happens all the time. It's not just at Zion. We were in Costco the other day, and it was the same thing. People are just looking, oh, let me just stop with my big old cart and look. They got Cheerios.
Why is it I don't notice this that much? I remember this happening when I used to go to the mall. But I guess because I don't go anywhere. See, that's the solution, Carrie. Stop going, please.
I guess so. So when we were at Costco, I turned to Jim and I went, peopling, content. And I was like, but this also, something similar to this happened at the airport. And I wanted to talk about it a while ago and I forgot. But then when I was writing these notes, this memory came up. So, okay, you don't know because you don't travel, but for those of us that travel, okay.
All right.
When you go through the security, you have to make sure that you don't have contraband that you're taking on the plane. That 16-ounce water bottle or whatever, you have to dump all your liquids out or throw it away. You can't have liquids in your water bottle or take a plastic bottle or a drink or anything like that. can't go through security. You can have it before, you can buy it after, but you can't take it through. All right. So, okay, this is okay. 9/11 was how long ago? Come on, people. This is the rule. It's been this rule for how many years now? So they have like constantly through this line, you're going through the cattle call, and they have all these garbage cans and they have all these signs, dump out your water, don't have this, empty your water buckets or bottles. So anyways, we're going through the line. We're like halfway through, like we're in the cattle call, you're in the line. So there's no more jockeying for position. You're in the line. Okay. So then this lady in front of us remembers, oh, I have a water bottle, but hers was in like a Yeti. So she was dumping it out. So it wasn't just a toss your plastic disposable water bottle. She had to dump the water out. But it was a big Yeti and she had to get it out of her bag and stuff. So she starts like getting it out. And so I'm like, well, I'm not going to stand here and behind and wait 5 minutes for you to get your shit together. So we passed her. Oh my God. She was like, oh, we're doing this now. You're passing. And I'm like, pretty much. I'm like, there's 60 people behind us. And you want the whole line to stop because you didn't plan ahead and empty your water bottle out ahead of time. Now you want the whole line to wait 3 minutes while you get it out of your bag, unscrew the top. Mind you, she had to set her other stuff down. This wasn't just a drive-by dump. It was a production. And I was like, okay, no, I don't think I was wrong here in passing you. That was a legit excusable bypass you in line. I wasn't jockeying to people.
Okay. What's the difference if you passed her? Was she going to miss out on something? Don't you have assigned seats?
It depends on what airlines. And at this point, you're just trying to get through security to get to your gate. But exactly, you're talking like maybe 2 or 3 people were going to pass you in that amount of time, maybe 10 people, depending on how slow she was. But still, you still have to go. You still have to go to the scanner. And if you don't have GSA, then you got to take your stuff off. And at which point, somebody's probably going to pass you there too, because you don't have your shit together, where other people like us know we're prepared. So by the time we get up there, we're like, goes in the bin, doom, done. You ain't waiting on us. You will never have to worry about waiting on us. We have it down. We know the rules.
Do they still make you take your shoes off?
Not if you have TSA pre-check. If you don't have TSA pre-check, yes, you have to take your shoes off. But if you have TSA pre-check, you don't have to take your shoes off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I did fly post 9/11 to Chicago.
For work?
And no, for a ridiculous
You went
getaway.
What?
It was
on a plane for fun? I'm proud of you.
I don't know how much fun I had. But I went, yes, with some girls, and it was okay. Of course, there's one girl there that I didn't get along with at all, and we had to spend the whole weekend basically making sure each of us knew how much we hated each other.
Okay, but Chrissy, you realize what you're doing here. Harry,
this was literally 20 years ago.
I don't give a shit. At this point now, you have said you have flown on a plane. You've flown a
few times
for a girls' weekend. So I don't want to hear that you can't come out here. And I'm giving you all the advice you need to know to make your traveling experience much better, because here's all the shit you need to do and watch out for and be prepared for.
All right, that's fine. And I'm not going to say never, but when I did go 20 years ago, I didn't have any kids yet. Kids make you feel a little bit weird about risk. So, but
you're more at risk driving your car. But all right,
I don't know
back
about
to
that.
peopling.
Yeah, go ahead. Shit on these people some more. Let's go.
You know what? Before you go to your next story, there are still so many things here. I think you might need a part 3 on this bad boy.
I'll do the highlight reel.
No, we want the full effect. Go. Carrie, go.
Should be a peopling month.
It might be. I really think isn't that really the root of our show is dysfunction? And you don't see this type of dysfunction in the animal kingdom. This just doesn't happen. It's just people. It's just people. We're the only ones. We're the ones that cause it. So anyway, so next dysfunction or the peopling thing that I've kind of come into. Oh, I have a picture again. As we move to this development.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Surprisingly, it also has to do with feet again. I just realized.
Oh my God.
So we went to the pool the other day on Saturday or Sunday or Monday, one of the days, a couple days ago. It all runs together. There's no sense of time here. But anyways, we're at the pool hanging out for the day. And I realized that people have a tendency, and I've never noticed this anywhere else. I've not noticed this like when we've gone on vacation. I've not noticed this. I've not noticed this at a hotel pool, but I'm noticing it here, that they tend to deposit their shoes at the entrance to the water. Okay, let's see. So see, here's a little ramp that you go where you get in the pool where the stairs are. And you can see there's 2 pairs of shoes there. Then let me think. I think there's another one at the other entrance. Did I catch that one? It was interesting. I had to walk around and nonchalantly be like taking these pictures. Okay, yeah. See here, entrance to the pool, two more pairs of shoes. Why are we leaving our shoes for people to have to step over, walk over, navigate through to get down into the pool? The chairs, look. The chairs are right there. The chairs are right there. They're not far away. You can't just wait. Here's this one. It's a little blurry, but you can see the chairs are right by the entrances. You can't slip your shoes off and walk 10 feet to get to the entrance of the pool. No, we all have to
never do that. I could never do that because I would be fixated on my shoes. I'd be watching my shoes the whole time I was in the water. I would have to completely seal them up by a chair, probably under the chair, under a bag, probably that's zipped. It would be so secured. Over shoes, yes, I'm that sick. But yes, I would be sitting there watching my shoes the whole time. So why the hell would I even bother going in the water?
Okay, it's a 55 plus community. Jim and I bring the median age down because we've got 10, 15 years easily on the average age of people. So if people are already having difficulty getting in and out of the water, now you want to create another obstacle for them to trip over and go take a header into the pool because they have to navigate all your shoes, their shoes, mind you. Why people?
I think that they should probably put a sign out there that says that your shoes they have to stay 20 feet away from the pool.
I would even be okay if you didn't want to walk on the pool deck, which get me. I understand a little germophobia, but the pool deck also has cool decking. So you can't tell me that it's because it's hot out. You can walk on the deck of the pool and not burn your feet even when it's 100 degrees out. It's how they treat the deck. But even if you did have to wear your shoes to the entrance of the pool, then when you get in the pool, pick your little shoes up and take them to the edge where they're not blocking the entrance. Come on, people. Do better. Get it together. Move your shoes. Move your shoes, people.
These people are so delicate that they can't just walk a little bit on their bare feet.
This is what I'm saying.
Cement's just warm, right? You said that it has the only time.
Go ahead.
Blacktop, if you had like something that was blacktopped, usually that is boiling hot.
Right.
From that picture, I can see that that's just cement.
No, it's cool. It's cement, but it has what's called cool decking painted on it. So it's like a seal. Now, mind you, there are other areas in the pool area that are like slate stone. Yeah, that's going to burn your toesies. You need your shoes on for that. I get that. But not when you approach the pool and not where the chairs are. Move your shoes, people. Just don't congregate them in front of the stairs. Because I'm telling you, I am not going to be surprised when I'm in the pool, lounging in the pool, where I'm going to see someone do a header because they tripped over. And now who's going to have to drag that body out of the water? Probably me. Because everyone else.
Why would you?
because everyone
I'd
else
be
is
like,
too frail.
whoever owns these shoes needs to come over here and help this flipping 84-year-old get the hell out of here. They're ruining my day.
So not only does this happen at the pool, but it happens at the hot tub. So the hot tub that's outside, oh man, that's a hopping place down here. I would say, I don't know, maybe 12 people could fit in this hot tub if you like all sat shoulder to shoulder around. And this hot tub, it is happening. We usually have to go to the hot tub inside because I'm not going to be in that hot tub with that many people in there. But it's got an even smaller entrance and still all these shoes right there, right at the entrance. So now you even have a more difficult time and you've got a steeper step down. But here's what gets me about this. So it's this little private club or something. I don't know how to say it, but there is definitely the hot tub group that goes down there and they spend hours sitting in that hot tub. Here's my question. Is the hot tub hot because they heat it or because they're all just peeing in it? Because these people don't get out. They're there for hours. They ain't going inside. I know where the bathrooms are. They ain't getting out. They're sitting in there the whole time. I'm sorry.
I'm completely, as soon as you said hot tub, I just was already not feeling well. Because we have a hot tub here.
Right.
I'm pleased to share that with a very small group of people.
Exactly.
Actually seats 9,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that many people in it, but I would be like running far away from anything that's basically boiling people and just they're sitting there. It just would remind me of something horrible. Yeah. Plus, I understand you put a hot tub really insists that you have a conversation with people you don't know.
Yes.
It's very hard to
Yes.
sit there and try to ignore somebody who's maybe 3 feet away from you.
Exactly. Yes.
So a swimming pool, you can do just that. Swim away. Swim away.
Float.
So, unless you can get your entire crew into that before anybody else shows up.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
Boy, can you imagine what those people would be like if they couldn't squeeze their asses into that hot tub? If you have a whole group of people of your own in the hot tub.
Oh,
because you said it's the same people all the time.
It's the same people all the time. Yeah, it's the same. It's relatively the same group of rotation. So, and there's times where we've gone down there. I wouldn't be surprised if tonight, by the time we're done recording, we might want to head down to the pool. But we'll look at the hot tub and we'll be like, I'm not going in there. Or like
it'll be the same people. Do they live there, or are they just what the hell? They just trespass on the property.
No. It's all you have to live here to be able to get in. You have to have a special fob to get into the facility to get into. So there's no transients. And what's funny is one of the rules here is that you have these name tags. So when you're using the facility, you have to have your name tag on. Some people take it to the next degree. When they're in the swimming pool, they have the name tag on. They'll have it on their hat. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to have your name tag on in the pool. But I think they do it because they want to talk to people. So it's, hey, here's my name. I'm Joe. It's right here on my hat. And no, we don't wear our name tags. So we're like, hi. But we have to have a conversation with people for a little while before we divulge our names on who we are.
Yeah, there's not really any. Why do you need to know our names?
I know,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Other than now, I know. Like when we get home, I'll be like, "Hey, when you see that Joe guy in the pool, yeah, we ain't getting in, or we get in the other side if we see him in the pool because he don't want to talk to us."
My gosh. Wow. I don't know.
Okay, so here I got to tell you about the other hot tub now. So again, there's 2 hot tubs, an indoor one and an outdoor one. So the outdoor one is the popular one. That's the bigger one. And of course, everyone wants to be out there. We are just as fine. If we're getting in the hot tub, it's because we're going to either warm up from the pool after being in the pool and we're cold, or we want the massage therapy aspect of the hot tub and the jets. And so anyways, we go to the inside pool, not as popular. People don't want to be in the inside pool or inside hot tub, which is great. Let's pee in the water. Good for me.
I would agree with that.
So we went there the other day. There happened to have been one guy in the hot tub. And he was like, he had the jet.
One lonely guy sitting there.
That's the thing. He wasn't sitting. He was like almost floating. And he was like right up against one of the jets, but he was like facing down. But he wasn't drowning. He wasn't face down drowning in the hot tub. But he was. It was really odd. And as we were getting in and I realized this position, I'm like, is
he having a relationship with the flipping hot tub? Oh my God.
We get in the hot tub, and it's a good size hot tub, not quite as big as the outside one, but we get in and we sit down, and Jim and I are talking, and this guy's still facing away from us, having an intimate relationship with the jets, I think. I'm not really sure what was going on. And after about 5 minutes, he happens to roll over, and his eyes got lipstick, and he was like, oh, hi. And we're like, hi. Now I'm going, shit. I don't think this dog is doing something. Now I'm like getting freaked out and grossed out. Now I'm like, okay, I want out of here. But anyways, he gets out. Okay. So he gets out and he sits at the chairs right there where the hot tub is. So I'm like, okay, is he just because we're here and he doesn't want to be around people like maybe we don't want to around people? And he's just, a lot of people do that. They'll sit there and they'll cool off for a minute, drip off before they walk into the rest of the building to go to the locker rooms or whatever. So then he's laying there in the chair. Now he's in the chair, slumped over. Now
he wasn't smoking a cigarette, was he?
It had that impression without the smoker. So, and then I'm also like, is this guy okay? Is he passing out? So anyways, we're in there for maybe 10 minutes at the most. Like I said, we just get in real quick, warm up before we drive home or whatever. And so as we get out, we're over on the other side of the pool where our stuff was, and he gets back in. So he only got out
waiting for you to leave.
We were in. He's waiting for us to leave. And then he reassumed his position. And I'm like, okay, mental note, if I ever see that guy again, you're definitely not getting in that hot tub.
His name tag on so you could report him.
He only had his shorts on, no shirt, just swimming trunks. And so no name recognition there. But trust me, it's burned in my head what this guy
I'm
like.
sure it is. Oh my God. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know that I want to be being in a community like that. God love you. It does sound wonderful with the pool and all of that, but there are things like that I would not want to deal with.
It gives us good content for the show, Chrissy. That's what I just keep saying. Content.
I can't tell you about anybody being in my spot that's not supposed to be there or rolling around in a weird manner. Jeez, oh man.
And so now every time we go down with Jim's always, do you want the jets on or off? I'm like, off. I want to see, if I'm going to be in there, I want to see everyone and I want to know what's going on under the bubbles that aren't there.
Oh my gosh. I would really try to start figuring out when the population or whatever, the busy times, activity level, whatever. And I would be trying to go when nobody's around.
And honestly, that's what we do most of the time. And it just happens to work out that way for us because like today I was off today. So I ran down to the center. I had to get something down there and it was packed. There wasn't a golf cart parking spot. There wasn't a car parking spot. There wasn't it was packed. I was like, wow. Holy jeez, what's going on here? And I went in and I was talking to the lady at the desk. She goes, oh, it's like this every day. I'm like, we work Eastern Standard Time. We still work. Yeah, we don't come down here during the day. This is a novelty that I just happened to have been off today. And I ran down here because normally we go after hours. So there's a limited crowd that is up that late. But I had to laugh because we really do love living here. But one of the people, it was so funny. I wrote this quote down because it was just so fitting. I was overheard someone describing on how happy everyone is here at Sun River. And the one lady goes, but the question is, are they happy or just delirious?
Good question. Nobody knows for sure.
Nobody knows for sure. So anyways,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
part 2 of my peopling and everything. So my word of advice, last week I was telling people put shoes on. What's my word of advice? Okay, when you do take your shoes off, don't leave them at the
Yeah.
entrance of wherever you are taking them off at. Don't leave them at the entrance of the pool. Don't leave them on the entrance of the hot tub. Move them off to the side. And certainly watch your behavior in the hot tub. Don't pee in it. No
Yeah.
peeing in the hot tub, and no
Whatever the hell that was.
enjoying the hot tub too much by yourself. We'll leave it at
Well,
that.
I did write down a phrase that
Yeah.
you said. Drive-by dump.
Right by the
What?
with the
What?
TSA.
A drive-by dump. She said, so, I don't know.
With TSA.
I'll have to go back and listen.
It was the TSA with the water. It wasn't just a drive-by dump of dumping your water.
Oh,
It's drive-by
yeah,
dump.
yeah. I liked that term, so I wrote it down. Drive-by dump. That would be good.
That was good. So, anyways.
All
All
right.
right, moving
Wow.
on. Before we wrap up to this episode, do we have anything to be thankful for? Since we're doing our thankfuls all the time now instead of one dedicated episode.
Yeah, just thankful that spring is trying to come. I don't know what your weather is like there, but we had some lovely days, and then of course it goes back cold, and then we get lovely days back. I don't know. I think this month's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
And hopefully, maybe next month will be better. But you have some good news, so share.
So, we are now a one homeowner family. The farm in Ohio has sold. Thank you. I find no irony in the fact that the closing of that farm happened on Cinco de Mayo, for those of you that haven't listened to other episodes. So I know that Mom from up above made sure that farm closed on Cinco de Mayo. And huge shout out to Melinda Konkar of Northeast Ohio. She does Western Pennsylvania, Northeast Ohio realtor. She's amazing. If you are anywhere in that area and you need a good realtor, check out Melinda. She's great. She came through for us. So we wish the new owners well. I'm so glad the property is going to still have horses on it, but we are very glad to close that door and now only have one home to pay for. So thank you.
Well, congratulations on that. That is a big
All
deal
right.
and something very much to be thankful for.
Absolutely. And we just want to remind everybody that this is the month of May, and our Junkies Care initiative is supporting Lupus Awareness Month. Be sure to check out lupus.org. It's the Lupus Foundation of America. You can learn all about lupus. If you have a friend or family member, I highly encourage you to check that out. They've got a great quiz on there that can really help you understand this autoimmune disease and how it affects people that have lupus. So check that out.
Yeah,
And then, of course,
definitely.
check out our website, dysfunctionjunkiespodcast.com. Go to our Facebook page. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you're like listening to. What favorite topics have we talked about? If we talked about something that resonated with you, do you have a hot tub story? Please share it on our Facebook page. We would love to talk about it and hear about it.
I will. At first I would say I don't know how much more hot tub stories I can handle, but from our listeners, I will be happy to read about your hot tub adventures.
People and stories. Share. We want to hear about it.
Yes.
All right. We will see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.